So we got out this week and we're at a river that's known for gold panning. It's open to gold panning and also fishing, which is important to one of us. He's been fishing all day so far. We did some panning earlier, got a few pieces of gold, so we got a spot downstream that we're like going at. I don't know if he must have put his away somewhere, but I just broke out the metal detector to do a little metal detecting over in front of the truck here in the grass, and I guess to the back of the camper as well, just to try and see what we can find. I already found a nickel, a couple pennies, and a dime, so I'm gonna keep on trying. I only did just that little blonde patch of grass in front of the truck there, so got quite a bit left that I can do. I just figured I didn't want to start a video if there's nothing around, but pretty nice day today. I mean, a few clouds, a little bit of haze, but it's like probably 6:30 or so now. We had a bald eagle fly up the river a little bit ago. We all got to see that while we were eating dinner, and just taking it easy at the river for the next couple days, and we'll get some video of some gold panning, and we'll get some video of some metal detecting. We're going to continue on metal detecting now, and we'll show you what we find. Video?
You already found something?
Yeah.
Another tent stake.
This is the second tent stake I found. The other one's on the ground over by the fire pit there. I think it's from there. There's a ton of signals right around here.
Well, there's probably a bunch of junk.
But it's where people get in and out of their car. So that's like a dime signal, but it's, I don't know if it's going crazy because everything else around, or...
With the GoPro, you can't zoom in or anything, can you?
You just got to get a little closer. There's probably something right there too. It's hard to say what this could be. Anything. Yeah. No.
Oh,
it's a part of a tarp rivet. But it's round. That's what the detector is. I don't know what that is. I mean, there's another something here. Might as well dig a couple while we're down here.
Hey Mom, is the padding number 32?
I think 31.
I was close.
What are you videoing?
You?
Nothing?
I got
Oh,
you.
nail.
Oh.
Our screw.
Good thing you found that.
Yeah. Save our tire. Put it in our recycled. Oh, I missed. Why don't you put it in? Recycle bin.
Hey, Lily, you like swimming, right?
Someone got snagged. You like swimming, right?
He like has so many fishing lures, but he's so afraid to just break it.
That says go in. Let's start up here. Just break it off if it's too stuck. You got plenty more.
Yeah, I think he doesn't like to have to redo the line.
I know.
Why don't you bring that longer stick?
Yeah, it's about a quarter to a dime. Could be aluminum, but I didn't. Well, 22 casing. So we'll check it again, make sure that was it. 22 casing. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
Nothing. Well, all right. Probably another one. Where there's one, there's 100. That's showing up strictly iron right there. So we're not even going to bother. That's showing up aluminum.
No, don't throw my stick.
That's showing up zinc. It's not very definite where it is. Yeah. It's all over the map. It's probably another 22 casing. That's showing up as aluminum. That's showing up all over the place too, but that's like zinc or a dime. That's what it's showing. Could be another grommet from the tarp. Hopefully it's not a fish hook. No, is that it? Nope. I'm gonna get my tool out here. Well, little piece of melted aluminum. They had a bunch of campfire rings here and they got rid of a lot of them, so this is probably just remnants. Did you find a spider? That's showing up as aluminum. Can only imagine what that is. We'll get it out of here though, if we can find it. Gonna have to do some mowing to big chunk of aluminum.
Gosh darn it. Can't find it.
Woo.
Penny?
Yeah. Must be some grass falling. That's the same spot. It's probably another chunk of that aluminum.
Did he get unhooked?
I don't know. Huh, I didn't look to see how deep that was, but it was saying zinc. I might have moved it, whatever it was. Still right there. And of course now I'm in the grass and it's all kinds of falling. But Penny.
Yay!
He's close up. That's good. Let me put that in my pocket. Hold on to the rest. Put it in the recycling. Makes it tough because the old fire pits. Yeah, like even that's ringing up as a coin, but it's showing real deep. I don't want to dig real deep right here because it's probably aluminum once I get down to it. That's showing good, like zinc at least. Make sure that track is in it. Brass bullet casing. A little bit bigger than the 22. And that was it. Huh? Yeah, we'll give you guys a break. We'll round up what we can and we'll show you what we find in the end. We'll give you we won't bore you with 2 hours of just searching through the grass. All right, we'll see you in the next clip.
Hey, Mom, can you pass me my water?
Okay. What'd you find?
Oh, I found
Whole handful of bullets. Well, spent cartridges. And there's a bunch of them in here, but they're all tangled up in the grass and rocks and glass. The problem is this is like the pile of ashes. Actually, it's nails and stuff too. That's a nail, right? Just
No one's gonna be able to hear over your thing.
right there, another nail and a bunch of bullets. Empty bullets, casings. Alright, so this is kind of a wrap up of about 20 minutes or so worth of digging. There's a fishing weight and a rock that I can't tell if it's a chunk of aluminum or if it's just a rock with something in it. But I'll show you that in a minute. And then, like, that's a chunk of lead, plastic button, bullet casings, some more lead. That's some kind of melted down metal, another bullet casing, pull tab, found a dice. This one, huh? Oh, someone wants to show their gold.
Are you not doing the gold
Yeah, I can.
Oh.
I don't know if you can see that in there very good or not, but that was a couple hours worth of digging probably in just one little tiny pocket. A few good flakes for where we are. It's a known spot, so it gets hit hard. But that was just this afternoon. We got here, set up camp and stuff, and then went out, just metal detected. He fished most of the time, so he didn't, or not metal detected, gold pan, so he didn't gold pan too much. This is some of our tools, just bucket, a couple pry bars, shovels or scoops, and then just these pans here. I'm not even sure what they are. I think they're, I can't see what they are underneath either, but you know, not super deep riffles, but they're nice. They're like the GPAA pans, I think. But we're gonna just relax the rest of the night. Campfire's dying down. It's finally cooling off. It was like supposed to be in the 90s today, so it was pretty warm. Then look at the river in the evening here. I mean, you can see the fish swimming in there, but it's so clear that they aren't really biting unless you got a fly rod, and of course no one brought a fly rod this trip, so we'll have to think of that for the next trip, but we'll see you guys in the morning. Alright, so we're out here at the river today again. We moved to up the river a little ways, a big gravel bar on a inside bend. Our camp is like 200 yards away. Well, 150, 200 yards away over behind those trees there. I did a few test pans up above, and I ended up, there's this big fir tree here, looks like dead fir, and below it there's a bunch of packed rocks. You can see it's been washing out underneath. So I'm hoping some of that material that's washing out of underneath that, because that's all old riverbed up there as well, it's all washed rocks, so I'm hoping some old gold maybe is washing down this way towards the river. My first pan I did out of there is probably the best pan I ever did ever, and got probably 50 pieces of gold that I could, visible gold at least, that I could see easy, and then I dumped the rest in that red pan down there. But anyway, I dumped the rest into my red pan down here, just black sands and some small gold, so I'm going to go through that later. I'm just finishing up doing this pan here, getting down towards the end, down towards black sand. Got some technical difficulties. So we got a cover on the GoPro, so it's a little more difficult to operate. Sounds probably not as good, but I'll get this last little bit panned out and we'll show you. Hopefully I've got something in here. It's been doing pretty good every pan for Oregon gold anyway. Oregon gold is really fine, not too much for big stuff up in the northern part of Oregon. Southern Oregon you might get some bigger stuff, but up around this area it's all small. Get some of these big rocks out, just move them to the back, and I'm getting down towards the end here. I mean, my first pan was like an entire cup full of black sand in it, I'm sure. But I'll get this turned here and see if we can reveal anything besides my head. There's a few little, I mean, they're so minute up here though. You can just barely see them. That might be a piece right now.
I don't really know if I'm hiding it.
I think that's a piece there as well. That's pretty good size.
I can't see in the camera.
Yeah. They got some major glare today, so it's tough. A couple good pieces there. A bunch of small ones and one decent for around here. That's pretty much what you get here. Is you gotta really put your face right to your pan to be able to see the stuff. It's so small, but you can walk up and show where we've been digging. I got a bucket up there that I've been classifying into a little bit, and then I'll do a pan every once in a while just to
Are you gonna go
make
dig
sure.
somewhere?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, let's do that.
I'll dump this in my red pan for now. It's just got a bunch of smaller stuff. Down here.
So they have something to look at? Yeah. It's right there.
Oh, fun.
Aren't you gonna go swimming first? Well, how are you gonna get all our stuff back?
So I'm just here. Like you can see, this has been washed out for years and years and years. Got moss all over it. But I can see way back in here, like an old can. Someone, I don't know if they opened it like that. But if they did, they were hungry. But this is my hole I'm digging out here. If the camera can see it. It's probably about 1 or 2 feet this way, 1.5 feet that way. I'm just going to continue doing some pans, and then we'll just wrap up at the end, give you a view of what we've picked up so far today. My son did pretty good yesterday. Hopefully I can outdo him today. We'll see. Just doing some cleanup on a bucket of dirt that we brought back from the river. Classified, half a bucket, classified to 1/2 inch. Just because I was doing other stuff besides just, it wasn't just a panning trip, it was a family trip. So I brought some back home to do, and I'll be doing a wrap up of the total quantity at the end. So we'll give you a view of that too, but this is just little concrete bucket from or bin, mixing bin from Lowe's or Home Depot, just for my water, and then 1 pan, a shovel, and a bucket. Just going slow. It's pretty muddy, but there is a lot of black sand. I don't know if you can see that. Like, that's all black sand. There's not a ton of gold, but, and it's pretty small. You can see if I can get it to the front, but probably won't be able to see anything. Well, you might be able to see like a couple little specks right there, a couple little tiny ones, and one little one over here, and there's a few up on the edge there, but actually it looks like one right there as well, just in the sand. Thing is, this stuff, like, that's a okay size one, that's a okay size one, but it's pretty small. I know you probably can't see anything.
Oh.
But we'll do a wrap up at the end.
Okay.
We'll show you what I have, quite a bit for here. So we'll see you then. So I just got back, got done cleaning up all the gold here. I don't know how good that comes out, but that's a penny for reference. Typically, if I went to the river for an entire day, even sluicing, I'd maybe find this much for an entire day. I went for a day, I only probably panned maybe like 3.5 5-gallon buckets of dirt, and ended up with that quantity, with a couple nice sized chunks on this side here. You can see, I don't know if that's focusing or not, but you get the glare from the light and everything else. But those are some pretty good, or good quantity of gold. I'll maybe take a couple pictures with my phone and get a couple at least clear pictures in there to show that. But that's a good, like, that's probably triple what I would normally do in a whole day's worth of sluicing. And that's like 3.5 5-gallon buckets or so, roughly. And that's not counting anything anyone else found. Like, my boy found quite a few good sized chunks and a few small pieces. But this is my take for the trip, and I mean, that's pretty good. But we'll wrap up. I got the coins right here that I found. I threw away all the trash already, which was some tent stakes and bullet casings and other things like that were just junk. But ended up finding 4 dimes there, 4 pennies, and 1 nickel. But that was just right at the camp spot there. I found tons of spent bullet casings and burned aluminum cans and stuff like that. But yeah, that's pretty good right there for Oregon gold. Just in a random, well, it's not a random river, but it's a river that's known for gold in Oregon, in probably north central in the valley area, so northwest central Oregon. But yeah, that's a good amount of gold. And if you like these kind of videos, go ahead and like and subscribe. And I don't put out a lot of gold panning and metal detecting videos, but I definitely can if that's something you guys want to see too. And I got the wrap up or the ending of a storage unit coming up as well that I've got to put out. So we're just finishing up going through all this stuff now. We're pretty much at the end of the trailer load, so I'll get that video out as well pretty soon. So again, like just a camping trip out, just metal detecting right around the camping spot. And I did find one rock that came up as a 39, I think, which is in the gold range, but it's also in the silver range. It's not magnetic, like with a neodymium magnet. So I got it just up in my room on my bureau now. I gotta take a look at that, see what that is, maybe try and crush it up and see if there's anything in there. But that will be a later date. It's like 110 outside today, and it's going to be in the hundreds all week, so I'm not going to be doing too much outside. It was all I could do to pan the rest of this stuff out yesterday when it was 105. So we'll see you guys in the next one and get this one wrapped up. Thanks for watching.